whole day to all of us for next year, for the election we're about to have, and for the referendum, who has set the tone, who has also brought us to this place. Please welcome the First Minister, Mr. Alex Salmond.
The challenge was to fill the hill. I think we could have filled all 7 hills in our capital city. Friends, last week I visited the great tapestry of Scotland, and 30,000 people queued up outside the Parliament to go in and visit the great tapestry. In fact, far more folk were visiting the tapestry than were actually visiting the parliamentary chamber itself, and that, incidentally, is how it should be. Because through the work of 1,000 volunteers from across the country, that tapestry tells the story of our country from the formation of the land itself right through to the reconvening of our parliament in 1999. It's a people's story. It's a story of courage and skill and learning and achievement, of struggle, progress, of sacrifice and of pride. Friends, no one who knows and understands that story could ever doubt the capacity of this nation for self-government. So we have now before us, in 362 days' time, the opportunity of a lifetime to vote this nation into a new future of prosperity and equality, and to do so in a totally civic, democratic and peaceful manner. Now, the forces ranged against us are powerful and great. For generations they have bred on fear and doubt. They peddle fear. They thrive on doubt. They even now call themselves Project Fear. But doubts can be overcome and fears can be dispelled. For 40 years, this nation's resources have bankrolled Westminster. But for 40 years, they've told us we're subsidised. For 50 years, they have polluted this country with missiles and bombs and told us it was all for peace. For a quarter of a century, they have promised social progress but delivered the 4th most unequal society in the developed world. These forces are powerful. But look around, friends. Feel your strength. We gathered here are the change we wish to see. For some years ago, our people moved beyond fear and set us on a path of progress through our own parliament. There is now in this country a natural majority for a yes vote, because the instinct of our people is that their own parliament should control the economy, should control welfare, and should decide on Trident. The people want a parliament on the economy. They want a parliament that sees the postal service as part of the essential economic infrastructure of a competitive country. And therefore, and I think this is for the 4th time this week, I pledge that any government I lead will secure the Royal Mail in public hands for the people of Scotland. The people want a parliament which makes work pay without oppressing those with disabilities. Therefore, any government I lead, indeed any Scottish government, will abolish the bedroom tax. And the people want a parliament which invests the nation's resources in things that matter, like childcare. Therefore, any government I lead will not engage in illegal conflict and will place a constitutional ban on the possession of nuclear weapons. We have put birds before bombs in Scotland. Now these powers, the people's powers, can only come with independence. But we should remember, a yes vote next year won't be a victory for the SNP or the Yes campaign, or even a victory for the many parties and interests and enthusiasms who have gathered here today. It'll be a vote for choice, a vote for the people's right to choose. It will be therefore a people's victory, not a party victory, but a people's victory for the right to choose the Scotland we see. It will be an act of self-confidence and self-assertion. So the decisions made about Scotland will be made by the people who must make the best decisions, the people who live and work in Scotland. So therefore, we're a lucky generation to achieve the powers that the people want, to win a fresh start, to change our community, our country for the better. We only need to say the word, to put our country on that path of hope, optimism and achievement. Put the disappointments and the missed opportunities of the past behind us. We only need to say yes. And what a word it is. Yes, short, it encapsulates hope and optimism, empowerment. So I think from this massive rally here in Calton Hill, we've got to send that message so as many people as possible hear it. Let's do it for the people of our capital city of Edinburgh. How are we going to vote next year? Let's do it so as the people around Scotland, the people in that great tapestry. How are we going to vote next year? And let's do it one final time so they can hear it down on the River Thames. They can hear that this is a country and a nation on the march.